All right, as you guys are probably aware, I've been working on this little BMW 600. It is the limo version of the Isetta. This is a 1959 model, I believe, and I've been just bringing it out of its slumber. It's a really neat car. Of course, it has one side door just on this side, and the front is opening like that in the front. A lot of people have never seen a car like this, and so I kind of wanted to show it off. You would open the door like this, slide in. You have a 4-speed transmission with the shifter between the seats there. And of course the pedals are arranged there. But what I've been doing is to try to resurrect this car was the brakes and muffler. And you wouldn't think a muffler would be so hard to find or to get for this car. I'm gonna kind of go underneath it with you and show you what's going on. So it's a 2-cylinder engine. Let's open this up. Hold this up. It's a 2-cylinder boxer. There's one cylinder here with the spark plug wire. It's horizontally opposed, and one cylinder here. It is air cooled. The points are under the fan there, directly in the center, and it is a single carburetor, kind of like a Volkswagen, where it then divides into 2 separate runners, one for each cylinder. So keep that in mind as we go underneath the car here. So again, it's a 2-cylinder. You got one cylinder here, like a Volkswagen, and one here. So you've got an exhaust pipe that comes out of the driver's side bank, runs over, and it meets with the passenger side one. You can see they wide together right here, go through a heat exchanger, and then across where the bell housing and I guess where the bell housing and transmission and engine meet, the bell housing area, and they come together, or it comes across and goes into the muffler. So you wouldn't think that's so difficult, except the factory one there was no flange here, so I had to cut and make a flange, and of course the pipe was rusty, so I got a somewhat of an embarrassing goober of welds there, but it's sealed up, works good. This is the old muffler. Not much left. You can see where I had to cut it off and what I had to work with. But it took a couple months. We had to wait for a nice German fella actually to build that muffler. So it took about 3 months. Anyhow, it's all on. Sounds great. I'm gonna start it up for you. But while I was underneath here, I wanted to show you what this car looked like. It's pretty interesting. Again, it's a 2-cylinder engine, horizontally opposed. It has a normal type transaxle, just in miniature. It has these rubber guibos, is what they're called, flex joints. They don't spin too well when the suspension is sagging, but really neat vibration dampening characteristics. 4-wheel drum brakes. That's your shift rod right there. There's guibos on the inside and the outside. I think this was before they figured out how to do CV joints. 1959. It's kind of a swing arm, trailing arm arrangement there with a beam across it. This is your battery box right here. These are all your cables, your e-brake cables, your throttle cable, your master cylinder up there. Pretty neat. Let's go on up. Show you the steering. This would be your shifter box. This is your drag link, your steering dampener, which is a simple shock absorber. The steering box would be right about here, comes across, and this is your pitman arm, which just basically moves this link, which then connects across to the other wheel. Very, very simple. The shock knuckles, I guess they're full of oil. Kind of a swing arm for the front, you might say. Really, really neat. 4-wheel drum. Pretty neat little car. So we're back to the front again. And what we're going to do, put the choke on. See if we can get it to fire up. So the top is the choke, heater, and fuel tap reserve. And the key right here. Let's see if we can get it to fire up. Hope it's got enough fuel on it. Let's give her some more choke. Got full choke now. Yeah, there we go. pull the choke off a little bit. That's the, you hear the rack rattling, not the car. Sounds pretty good. That's a blow by after a draft tube. Let's open this up. Cute little thing. Oh, that's all we got. I think it might be out of fuel. Pretty neat. Thanks for enjoying with me this 1959 BMW 600 little automotive piece of jewelry. It's a trinket. Super fun. We should go for a drive.